Hello students, today in this subject hydraulic engineering I will teach you. I'll continue with that fluid properties chapter. The last class we discussed what the basic things about fluid, about solid, gas, different types of study related to this fluid mechanics. We discussed about density, specific gravity, weight density, and most importantly the viscosity. Different types of fluid like real fluid, viscous fluid, ideal fluid, that we discussed. Different types of fluid according to viscosity. What is the Newton's law of viscosity? What are the Newtonian flow, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, that we discussed. And in the last I was discussing about the surface tension. This surface tension is nothing but the tension at surface. The tension at surface here, okay, of the fluid due to unbalanced intermolecular attraction at the open boundary. Here if you see one molecule here and this molecule, if you see these two molecules are inside. So this molecule, two molecules are equilibrium or balanced condition because the cohesive force by the intermolecular attraction of these neighboring molecules, okay, it is attracted by all around the direction. All around direction it is attracted. So it is in equilibrium condition or balanced condition. But this molecule, it is at surface. So here there is no molecule in the upper half, only it is attracted in the lower half. So this molecule is attracted by the neighboring molecules in the lower half only. So there is a tension here. Here there will be tension which is called surface tension because it is occurring at surface, and that tension force is called surface tension. And this is due to cohesion. This intermolecular attraction between the molecules of liquid is called cohesion. Addition, we know there is attraction between the molecules of liquid and the molecules of a solid boundary. This is the excess pressure due to surface tension. First, for this liquid, actually due to surface tension there will be one extra pressure in the liquid droplet or soft bubble or liquid jet, and that for the liquid droplet, okay, here this is the excess pressure, okay, and this is the surface tension, and surface tension act along the length. The unit of surface tension is Newton per meter. Along the length of the contact length, it acts. So here if we equate this pressure force which is occurring due to the surface tension only, the pressure force is equal to force due to surface tension, and the pressure force will be this pressure into perpendicular area. And this perpendicular area is what is the perpendicular area? Since it is a circular or spherical liquid droplet, so P into pi by 4 d square. This is the area into pressure. That is pressure force, and the force due to surface tension, sigma is the surface tension here, sigma into the length, that is pi d, circumference length, that is pi d. So if you solve it, you will get excess pressure which is equal to 4 sigma by d. Similarly for a soap bubble, usually there is two surfaces, one is inner surface, one is outer surface. It is a hollow surface. So here two surface tension, because there will be two circumferential length, so two contact length, so there will be 2 sigma. Similarly, excess pressure will be like this, it will be P into pi by 4 d square, but here surface tension will be 2 sigma, and the contact length will be pi d. So if you solve it, you will get P is equal to 8 sigma by d. So remember, for liquid droplet it is 4 sigma by d, for a soap bubble it is 8 sigma by d, twice the excess pressure at a liquid droplet. In a liquid jet, this is a liquid jet, okay, of length L, this length is L, diameter is T. So here the pressure force will be P into L into D. Its area, this area is L into D, is equal to sigma. Sigma into L, this side L, this side L, the total is 2L. So sigma into 2L. So excess pressure will be 2 sigma by T. Next is properties, that is capillarity. Capillarity is nothing but the tendency of rise of or fall of liquid from its normal level due to both cohesion and adhesion. It may rise or it may fall. It depends upon the cohesion and adhesion. So now in this condition it is rising. Okay, but to derive the capillary rise, then you have to equate the upward force due to surface tension, which is this force due to surface tension, and which is balanced by this weight of the water in the tube. So here, if you see the surface tension act in the z direction, so in the perpendicular, that's this in vertical direction, if this is theta, then this will be sigma cos theta. So total along the circumference it act. Okay. So it's this sigma cos theta into this circumferential length. What is this length? That is pi d. Sigma cos theta into pi d, which is equal to the weight of water in the tube. Weight of the water, unit weight into volume. This volume of this cylinder, that is pi by 4 d square into h, if h is the height. Okay, means this height means this is from normal level. This is the normal level of water, only rising only for this portion. So this portion of weight of the water we have to take, that is pi by 4 d square into h into w. Pi d square of h, that is the volume, into unit weight, that is the weight per unit volume. So we will get the weight. So h will get 4 sigma cos theta by 4 Wt. So this is the capillary rise in a tube. Okay, and when this meniscus that is concave, when it will be convex. When this adhesion is more, in this case the adhesion, when in this case when adhesion is more than the cohesion, then there will be concave. The meniscus will be concave. This adhesion means between glass and water. And meniscus is convex if the cohesion is more than adhesion, means molecular attraction if dominates the adhesion, that is the force attraction between the molecule of the liquid and this boundary surface. Okay, in that case this meniscus will be convex. It will be like this. Here this is the general level, so it will be like this. Okay, this will be your fall. So between water and glass is theta is 0, but between mercury and glass it is 135 degree. Next is the hydrostatic forces on surface. What is hydrostatic? Okay, this is the chapter 2. The chapter 1 ends here. That was the basic properties of water, and here the hydrostatic forces on surfaces. Hydrostatic is already I discussed. We discussed that the hydrostatic, study of pressure exerted by static liquid. The total pressure is force exerted by static fluid on a surface in a perpendicular direction. Means the total pressure is force exerted by static fluid. What is the force exerted by static fluid? That is the weight of the fluid. Okay, on the surface in perpendicular direction. Center of pressure. Point of application, the total pressure on the surface is called center of pressure. Okay, let this is a horizontal immersed surface. A surface area is A, and the distance is x bar from this liquid surface. So here the total pressure is what? The force exerted by the static fluid on the surface, means the weight of this portion, okay, the weight that is acting on this surface. So that weight will be unit weight into volume. So unit weight is the W into volume is A into x bar. A is the surface area, x bar is the this depth. So volume is AX bar. So center pressure means the point of application of the total pressure. Here the point of application will be on this surface, okay, which is equal distance from at any point if you take which is equal because it's horizontal. So any point if you take that is will be equal from this water surface, from this liquid surface. So X bar is the that depth is itself is the center of pressure distance from the surface to the liquid surface. Next is the vertical immersed surface. In case of vertical immersed surface, okay, here this is one vertical immersed surface, okay, here this is the CG, here the point application of the total pressure, that is the center of, okay, that is the center of pressure. Here the total pressure on the strip, let this is considered strip, small strip of width dx and the width is b. So area of the small strips b into dx. The total pressure on the strip only will be whatever the pressure of the fluid on the surface into area, that is a p into b dx. What is the pressure intensity on the strip? That is the not only the weight of the liquid above that surface. The weight of the liquid above that surface will be W into X. That is the intensity of pressure on the strip. Okay, W into X. Then the intensity of a pressure, unit weight. W is the unit weight. So unit weight into the depth, if you multiply, you will get the pressure. Force per unit area. So total pressure will be for this strip will be W into X into B dx. PB dx, Wx into B dx, which is Wx into B dx. So total pressure on whole area will be integration of Wx into B dx. So W into integration of B dx into X. What is now this the integration of B dx into X? B dx is the area of the strip. So integration of this area of the strip means it represents the whole area into X. Okay, it means that is the movement of the surface area, movement of the surface area of the strip, movement of the surface area of the strip about the liquid surface. You can say movement of the surface area of the whole body, whole surface about the liquid surface. So which you can write, since it is integration of BDX, we can write total area A into the distance of the CG from the liquid surface, that is the X bar. So here X bar will be equal to this. We can write the total pressure on the whole area, Wx into B dx. Okay, that will be total pressure will be W into Ax bar. W into Ax bar, that is the total pressure. Okay, it is equal to as that horizontal pressure, that formula is done, but here X bar is we have to calculate. Okay, means here X bar is not equal to H bar, unlike in horizontal surface where X bar is H bar. Here I have to calculate this H bar, center of pressure. Total pressure on the strip, that we calculate Wx into Bdx. Okay, the movement of the total pressure about the free surface O, about this surface, the movement of the total pressure, that is the total pressure is here Wx Bdx. This movement of this total pressure about the free surface will be Wx into Bdx into X, that is the distance, that is the depth of water, depth from the liquid surface. Now total movement of the total pressure, total movement of the total pressure, okay, means for whole particular surface we will calculate. Then it will be integration of this term, Wx into Bdx into X, which is nothing but Wx square Bdx. What is W if take common? Then X square Bdx integration. What is this X square Bdx? This x square b dx, you know, that is the moment of inertia of the surface about the free surface of the surface. Okay, there is I naught. There is a moment of inertia of the surface or the free surface, means about this free surface. So total moment will be W into I naught. The sum of moments of the pressure will be, now the sum of moments of the pressure. This is the moment. Okay, the sum of moment of the pressure. The total pressure is P. Okay, if the distance means P is acting here, let it is acting here, which is the distance is h bar from the surface, that is the central pressure. That means the point of application of the total pressure. So this P into h bar is equal to W I naught. So now h bar here, the P already we have calculated, that is W A x bar. W A x bar into h bar is equal to W I naught. So h bar is equal to I naught divided by A x bar. So I naught, if I want to calculate, there is Ig plus x bar about the Cg plus Ax bar divided by x bar, which is equal to Ig divided by x bar plus x bar. Now, this is the Cg and moment of inertia of common surfaces. Triangular surface, we know area is BH. X bar will be BH by 3, AH by 3 from base, or 2h by 3 from this corner, from this apex. Ig, that is the moment of inertia about the Cg, that will be BH cube by 36. About base will be BH cube by 12. For this rectangular surface, say B into D, B is width, D is depth. So Ig will be BD cube by 12. About Ig is the Cg, about Cg, the moment of inertia. About this base, it will be BD cube by 12. That already you know. And for this circular surface, it is pi d4 by 64. And for this trapezoidal area, trapezoidal surface, x bar is 2a plus b divided by a plus b into h by 3. Or area equal to a plus b by 2 into h, that we know. And Ig is nothing but a square. If this is a, this is b. Okay, this is b, and Ig means the distance, moment of inertia about this Cg is a square plus 4ab plus b square divided by 36 whole into a plus b into h square. And Ib is nothing but h cube whole into 3a plus b divided by 12, means about base. This is equal to Cg. And the x bar, we have to remember that the x bar we are calculating from this side where the side length is b. If you take a, this is b, then you have to replace a b with a and a with b. This problem you have to solve. That is this is a vertical surface. Okay, here the dimension is given 3 meter, this width, height is 1 meter, and it is located at depth 1 meter from the liquid surface. So here x bar will be the Cg, distance of Cg from the liquid surface, distance of the Cg from the liquid surface, that is 1 plus this half, this is rectangular surface, so 1 by 2, that is 1.5. Area will be 3 into 1, that is 3. Okay. P, this is that is the total pressure is WA into x bar. W is 9.81. Okay, A, this is x bar. Total is 44.14 kilometer. Center of pressure, if you calculate center pressure, already the formulation we have derived, that is Ig by x bar plus x bar. So Ig here, it is BD cube by 12. This is BD, this is 1 D. So 3 into 1 cube by 12. And h bar will be Ig, this value, divided by Ax bar. A is 3. Okay, x bar is 1.5. That already got calculated here. So plus 1.5. Okay, is equal to 1.556 meter. Okay, this is the answer for the center pressure. This is the answer of the total pressure. Okay, coming to the next problem, this triangular surface. Its depth is 3 meter, its base width is 3 meter, and this base is okay lying on the surface. And the liquid is here oil, the specific gravity is 0.8. And this CG this will be where CG will act from the this liquid surface. It will be h by 3 from base, that is 3 by 3, which is 1. So you want to calculate the total pressure, that is W into A into X bar. W is here. Unit will be of this oil will be 0.8 into 9.81 into, which is kilonewton per meter cube. So area is half into this 3 into 3 B into H into X bar is 1. Okay, so the total pressure is 35 kilonewton and center pressure is Ig by X bar plus X bar. Ig is BH cube by 36 divided by X bar plus X bar. Ig is BH cube by 36 because about the CG. CG is BH cube by 36 and B is 3, H is 3. 3 into 3 cube by 36 divided by area is 4.5, half into 3 into 3, that's 9 by 2, 4.5 into 1 plus 1. So it will give you 1.5 meter. Okay. Now coming to next problem. Another triangle you see here, it is this is a vertical surface. Okay, and its area, its dimension is given, height 6, this width is 3. But it's located 9 meter from this side and 10.5 meter from this corner. Okay. So here in this case, the area of the surface will be half into 6 into 3, that is 9 meter. Okay. Now Ig will be, but moment of inertia will be, if you take about the CG, CG means it's lying in this orientation. So about the CG, this is the CG. So this is the CG, this is CG. This is the base of this triangle. Okay, and this is the base of this triangle. So there is two triangles which are equal isosceles triangle. The total is 3. Okay, 6. So this side is 1.5. This side is 1.5. So totally, if you take twice the moment of inertia of one triangle, the moment of inertia of the one triangle about this base will be BH cube by 12. About the base. So for this triangle only, one triangle if you consider, only one this triangle consider, then BH cube by 12 is its BH cube by 12 is your moment of inertia. For the two triangle, it's twice into BH cube by 12. What is B? 6. H is 1.5. So it is coming 3.375 meter form. And H bar will be X bar plus Ig by X bar 9. The X bar is it is 9. Okay. CG will act, obviously CG will act here in this line. It is a symmetrical surface. So 9 plus Ig divided by X bar. Area is 9 and X bar is 9 given, so total is 9.04 meter. Okay, coming to the next surface, that is the inclined immer surface. Okay, horizontal is over, now vertical is over, now inclined immer surface. That this is the surface, okay, which is inclined at theta angle. Okay, this is the top view of this surface, just to calculate the Ig, that is the moment of inertia. Okay, and the CG of the surface acted at X bar distance and central pressure acted at H bar distance. So total pressure is nothing but here also WA into X bar. Here I am not going into derivation. Okay, that's not required. Only just remember the formula, that is P equal to WA into PX bar and H bar, which is the center pressure, depth of central pressure from the liquid surface, that is Ig sine square theta. Earlier it was Ig by X bar, here Ig sine square theta by X bar plus X bar. Okay, this is the theta. Okay, sine square theta divided by x bar plus x bar. A is the area, okay, area of this surface, okay, and x bar is the distance of CG from the liquid surface. So here, this is the first problem. You see, this is an inclined surface. This inclined surface is 1 meter wide. Here, okay, here it is just showing. We are showing it here. Just the plan view we are seeing here. I have 1 meter width and 1.5 meter deep. Rectangular plane surface lies in water. Such that this plane makes an angle 30 degree with the fluid surface. This is 30 degree. Okay, this is 30 degree. This is 30 degree. Determine the pressure and center pressure when the upper edge is 0.75. This upper edge, this one, the upper edge, okay, 0.75 meter from the liquid surface. Okay, so pressure, total pressure will be W A into x bar, and W is 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube or 981 Newton per meter cube. Area is this area, the surface area, that is 1 into 1.5. Okay, is 1.5 meter square. Here Ig will be, how Ig will be calculated? We plot a horizontal line here, horizontal line if we plot, okay. If this is 0.75, then this will be 0.75, okay. And if this is 30, okay, if this is 30, then this will be 30, and total is 1.5. So if CG is acting, this is a rectangular surface, so CG act at depth by 2. So CG act at 0.75 here. So this length is 0.75, this is 30. So here x bar will be this 0.75, this length, okay, plus this length. This length will be what? If you took sin 30 is this value divided by this value. Okay, so this value will be 0.75 into sin 30. That is written here. That is 0.75 plus 0.75 sin 30, which is equal to 1.125 here. So total pressure will be 9810 into 1.5 into 1.2125 into is equal to 16.55 kilonewton. Okay. So next is center pressure. Center pressure is formula is Ig sin square theta by x bar plus x bar. So Ig is 1. That is the Ig means about CG of this rectangular surface, that is 1 into 1.5 cube divided by 12, that is BD cube by 12. Now h bar will be this Ig into sin square theta means sin square 30 divided by area is 1.5 into x bar. X bar already we have calculated, that is 1.125 plus 1.125, which will give you 1.166 meter. Okay. Come to the next problem. In this problem, there is circular surface. Okay, circular plate 1.5 dia is submerged in water with its greatest and least depth between the surface being 2 meter and 0.75 meter respectively. Okay, its least depth is 0.75, greater depth is 2 meter. Okay, that is given in the question, and the diameter is given 1.5 meter. The first work is you have to calculate the x bar. Okay, what will be this x bar? If this is 1.5, the CG will act at 0.75 meter. So this is 0.75 meter. Okay, and here this is given 0.75, so this will be 0.75. This one is 0.75. Okay, so here x bar will be, this x bar will be 0.75, this distance plus this distance. This distance will be, this is 0.75 plus this. What is this? This length is 0.75 into sin 30. Like in previous problem, sin 30. Sin, what is sin 30 here? Sin 30 means this is theta. Okay. If you take this triangle, okay, this triangle if you do, and this triangle if you do, okay, so this triangle and this total triangle is this total triangle and this small triangle is similar. So here this 0.75 divided by sin 30 will be, the sin 30 will be, you can take this sin 30 will be, total is 1.5, and this is your 1.25. Okay, you can take this actually, okay, like this here actually similar triangle is now taken in this solution. Okay, here this is 0.75, this total is 2, so total 2 minus 0.75, there is 1.25. This length is 1.25, okay, and this length is 1.5. So sin theta will be 1.25, this is 1.25 p by h, so 1.25 divided by 1.5, this is 0.8333. So x bar will be this 1.375. We can do here similar triangle concept. Okay, this is 0.75, total is 1.5. That also we can do. If this distance divided by this distance is equal to 0.75 divided by 1.5. That also we can do. Like that we can calculate this. So here total pressure is WA into x bar. W is 9.81 into 1.767, that is the area, pi by 4 d square, that is pi by 4 d square, 1.375 x bar. Okay, pi by 4 d square of this is 1.767. So total pressure we got. Now center pressure is Ig sin square theta by x bar plus x bar. Ig is pi by 64 into 1.5 to the power 4. Pi by 64 d4 into sin square theta. Sin theta already we got here. The sin square theta divided by x bar. Area is 1.767 into x bar is 1.375 here. Okay, plus 1.375 is equal to 1.446. Clear? Okay, come to the next problem. Here a triangular surface, it is inclined. This triangular surface is inclined at 30 degrees. The depth here it is 1.5 meter. This width is, base width is 1 meter. It is saying that triangular plate of 1 meter base and 1.5 meter height is immersed in water. The plane of the plate is 30 degree with the free water surface. The base is 2 meter from the water surface. The base is 2 meter. This is the base. This is 2 meter. Find so total pressure and center pressure. Here total pressure is, you know, that is WAX bar. W is 9.81 or 9810 Newton per meter. Half into 1 into 1.5. That is the area. After this, okay, but into x bar. What is x bar here? Similar to the last two problems, the x bar is calculated like this. This is 2, so x bar will be 2 plus. If you plot a horizontal line here, so this will be 2 plus this. If this is 30, this is 30. Okay, this is 30. Okay, it's not okay. It's difficult, right? Just leave. This is 30. This is 30. So sin 30 will be what? This here sin 30 will be, okay, sin 30, this is 30, sin 30 will be this divided by this 1.5 by 3, and CG act as h by 3. Okay, 1.5 by 3, 2h by 3 from this, and so here x bar will be 2 plus this length. What is this length? That is 1.5 by 3, means this distance divided into sin 30. So it will be 2.25 meter. Total pressure will be here 9810 into area, that is half into 1 into 1.5 into the x bar 2.25. Total will give you 16.55 kilometer. So h bar, that is the central pressure, is Ig sin square theta divided by x bar plus x bar. Ig is, this is the Ig, PHQ by 36. Okay, sin square theta, that is sin square 30 divided by x bar. Okay, area, this is the area, this is the x bar, that is 2.25. Okay, plus you have to add here plus 2.25 will give you, total will be give you 2.26 meters. So the total pressure is 16.55 and the central pressure, this h bar, is how much? 2.26 meter. Okay, this much. Thank you.